kind of windswept interesting. So I'm just getting this tweeted out, guys. And we'll get it a kind of all windswept interesting now after going and delivering all those cards. Right. All right. Hey Chase, welcome in. I'm trying to remember how to open up the memory thing. Ah, here we go. Right. See, look, I've got a question mark down here. I think this is what I have to do, you see. Aha. Okay, select 2 elements of interest from the encounter with Mr. Michel on the evening of the murder. Ratchet apparently spoke in French during the night of the murder. Okay, so let's bring down the French flag. Talking to Mr. Michel.
I must admit I'm not right this time.
Oh, that's very loud. Hang on. Let's try that. So let's try the French again, and this one.
I do not think that's the right answer.
Right, we'll put the French and the American... No, put that one back. French and the American flag down then. There we go. Alright. Alright, it's not Ratchet who spoke to Mr. Michel. So Dad just... Alright, okay. So if I bring that one down, and that'll do. Murderer pretended Ratchet was still alive at 12:37 a.m. We'll confirm that.
The murderer may have impersonated Ratchet by calling Monsieur Michel to make it seem that Ratchet was still alive at 12:37 a.m.
Yes. We'll go with that. Alright, so what's this next one? The hypothesis of the night of the crime. Ratchet takes sleeping pills. The murderer enters Ratchet's room. He kills him with the gun and hides it under his pillow. He disguises the crime as a crime of passion with a knife. He waits for Mr. Michel to take a break to leave the room. Right, let's see which this one says. Ratchet takes sleeping pills. Murderer enters Ratchet's room, stabs him with a knife, calls Mr. Michel to make believe that Ratchet is alive, opens the window to escape, but the train is stuck in the snow. He waits for Mr. Michel to take a break to leave the room. Ratchet takes sleeping pills. Murderer enters Ratchet's room, stabs him with a knife, calls Ratchet's wife, opens the windows and flees. Alright, we're going to go with this one.
I'm right again.
Yes.
That happens to me a lot.
Alright, so... What is this? Is Mr. McQueen a suspect? Oh... Now... Everybody's a bloody suspect as far as I'm concerned. But he did... He's got to be a suspect.
According to the information I have, this is a solid choice.
Alright. Is Mr. Masterman a suspect? No, he's the older of the two men. What was his story again? That he's supposed to have left him at 10 o'clock, wasn't it? But I still think he's a suspect as well.
This appears to be a good lead.
Alright, so what's this? The murderer may have wanted to pretend Ratchet was still alive. Yeah, we know that. Alright, so what are these? Oh, we've got more interrogations now. Interrogate Mrs. Hubbard. Replay the toiletry bag scene in search room 204. Okay, finally we might be able to get into 204, which is this way. Please let me in. Yes! Alright, this is the... We'd already spoke to her, so... Right, okay, so we've spoken to her already. That was where they hung, that was the door. Oh, welcome back. Alright, so okay. What one was it brought? That one. Right, we've interrogated her, we've searched room 204. Oh, there's so much. Oh, it was the picture of the stuffed animal. Ratchet and sleeping pills. We've already searched room 204. Let me just check. Alright, so there's still something to find in there, is there? Okay, let's have another look. Right, we don't need to speak to her, we know that much. Right, that was the button. We know that came off a uniform.
Button. It bears the logo of the Orient Express.
Let's make sure there's nothing else on it. Definitely not. Why is it not opening? Well, it doesn't want to open anymore. Okay, so don't need to look in that anymore if it doesn't want to open. That was where her dressing gown and the toiletry bag was hanging.
Probably where Mrs. Hubbard hung her toiletry bag.
Yeah, and then the door itself.
This door connects to Monsieur Ratchet's compartment. It was latched on this side. This door connects to Monsieur Ratchet's compartment. It was latched on this side.
Nothing else to do with that. Okay. There's nothing there to search. Nothing at the windows. What is that? Oh, that's the button, okay. Alright, I think I've searched everything that I can search in here. Nothing sticking out under the bed. Nothing at the pillows. Can't open drawers, can't search that bag. Just double check. Yeah, we definitely can't speak to her anymore. Right. According to that, it is something in her room, so Can I get into this one yet? No. That's the one I want into. There must be something in here I'm missing. But what? That is the question. It's not open. It's definitely not letting me open the cupboard. It's saying 2 out of 3. So there is still something I have to find. That's not it. Nothing in that case. There's nothing on the shelf. Magazine? No. Guys, I'm at a loss again. This is ridiculous. I just managed to get through one bit and then stuck on another bit. There's definitely nothing in there. No. No, no, no.
Madame, please tell me about last night.
The murderer was right here in my compartment. I woke up. All in the dark it was. I was just so scared I couldn't scream. I pressed the call button. I pressed and pressed. I heard footsteps running in the corridor, then a knock on my door. "Come in," I screamed. And I switched on the lights at the same time. And would you believe it? There wasn't a soul there.
You think he went back into the other compartment?
How do I know where he went? I had my eyes shut tight. The conductor came in. I told the man what had happened.
There wasn't a soul there, but she had her eyes shut
to
tight.
search the room, but he found nothing. I told the conductor to look at the door between the compartments, and sure enough, it wasn't bolted. Well, I soon saw to that. I told him to bolt it, then and there.
How is it you didn't bolt the door between the two compartments?
But I had. Well, as a matter of fact, I asked that Swedish lady, Olsen, Greta, if it was bolted, and she said it was.
How was it you could not see for yourself?
I was
I just
already
noticed
in
your
bed,
last
and my
message
toiletry
here,
bag
Scott.
was
It's a
hanging on the
pleasure to
hook of
meet
the
you
door.
too.
I couldn't see the latch from where I was.
What time was it when you asked her to do this for you?
Oh, it must have been around 10:30 or 10:45 p.m. She'd come along to see if I had an aspirin. But instead of opening my door, she opened Mr. Ratchet's door by mistake. He said something quite rude, like, "Not a chance, lady, you're too old." It shocked her. She came
Right.
in. I told her where to find the aspirin, and she got it out of my toiletry bag. Poor girl, she didn't have a good night.
The same could be said for Monsieur Ratchet. It appears Mademoiselle Olsen may be the last person to see Ratchet alive.
I'm just double checking all of this in case I've missed
Is this your
something in the...
handkerchief?
No, not at all.
Yet it is embroidered with an initial H, like your name.
I don't care. It's not mine, and I would certainly never buy something so impractical as that frilly thing.
Are you a smoker?
No, definitely not. Filthy habit.
Okay.
I found a jacket button on your table. It looks like it belongs to a train employee. The button bears the logo of the Orient Express.
Well, of course the conductor came in last night, but he didn't go near that table.
Still, it's a safe bet that it belongs to the conductor. I'll check his jacket later, to be sure.
All right, so there's nothing else to say to her. There's nothing on the bed. There's definitely nothing on the floor. Nothing to do with the door of that bit. We've already checked all of that. Can't get in that anymore. I've no idea. No idea at all what I'm missing in this room. No idea. This is our room. We've got everything out of here as well. So what am I missing from her room? What is... Oh, who was in this one? This was Ratchet's room. Doctor still doesn't have a report for us. Does her necklace have a marker thing on it? No, see, it's only that symbol on her is to talk to her, and we've already spoken to her. And then you've got that symbol there to pick up the button. There's no other symbols on the table that I can see. No symbols on the windows. We've checked the door. Hi Jay, I tried to add you, but your settings are private. See, I can look out that window, but there's no other markers. I need Simon, he's my guide on this. He looks up the manual and talks me through things. Yeah, I've tried that as well, but look, you press that and it shows you the cupboards. I'm clicking, but I can't open the cupboard anymore. Cupboard doesn't want to open at all. Doesn't. Oh. Right, and we checked that. There was nothing in it, but I'll have a look around it just in case. I can't get into the toiletry bag. No, there's no symbol saying I can open it up or anything. Right, we've collected that. Maybe that's what it was. Ah, we've just got a save thing, so let's see. No, it's still saying 2 out of 3. Maybe I need to put the toiletry bag somewhere so I can search it. On the bed? No? I don't know. Let me have a look at this again. Right, replay the toiletry bag scene. Right, so it was hiding the door latch. Okay, let's check that then. See if it...
I can see the latch very well from here, even with the toiletry bag attached.
I'm sure she said that her dressing gown was over that as well, though. Alright. Confront Mrs. Hubbard. Okay. There we go, latch confrontation.
Mrs. Hubbard, you told me that the door connecting the 2 compartments was closed, correct?
Yes, it was, as I told you.
I'm sure she said something about her dressing gown was
hanging on the hook of the door. I couldn't see the latch from where I was.
I'm sure there was eventually a dressing gown over a door. Yes, it was. As I told you, I was already in bed. My toiletry bag was hanging on the hook of the door. Couldn't see the latch from where I was. That's why I asked Mrs. Olsen to check if it was closed. Is that the lie?
Are you sure everything you've told me is accurate, Madame Hubbard?
Of course. I have an excellent memory.
Mrs. Hubbard, I tested putting your toiletry bag on the door hook as you told me. From your bed, you can easily see the latch on the door. The toiletry bag does not hide the latch at all.
Are you saying I'm lying? It may have been stuck somehow in a different position, or I may not have seen it in the darkness. Or I didn't think to look, you irritating man.
Details matter, madame. A man has been most savagely murdered. You will excuse me if I attempt to separate the truth from the false.
Forget my toiletry bag and focus on who entered my compartment. Probably after killing Mr. Ratchet.
Madame Hubbard is a force to be reckoned with, but I suspect I'm not done with her.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for your assistance, madame.
Still not getting that one right. The killer avoided Mr. Michel mind map. Right, select 2 elements to help deduce how the killer avoided being seen by Mr. Michel. Okay, he waited until Mr. Michel went for a smoke. And was away from...
I must admit I'm
No.
not right this time.
broken time maybe, and away for a smoke.
No, not good.
Could be here all night, there's that many different combinations. The train is stopped by the snow at 12:30. That much we know. Okay. He got murdered at, was it about 10 to 1, wasn't it? Something like that. Alright, so he probably waited until he was out.
This is wrong.
No?
But I'm never far from the truth.
That's all I can think of. He's not, right, he's not at his post. And there we go. We'll get there in the end. Right, the murderer was able to take advantage of Mr. Michel's absence to escape without being seen at 1:15.
While Monsieur Michel was chatting with Monsieur Fauchet in the bar car between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m., the murderer could have escaped Ratchet's room without being seen.
Yes.
Et voilà.
We got there, guys. We got there in the end. Right. Mrs. Hubbard's definitely a suspect. I don't care what MD says. We're definitely going with that.
A good lead.
Is Mr. Michel a suspect? No. I don't think so.
This is the most likely answer.
Alright. Okay. So we've done those bits. What's next? They're all ticked. They're all ticked. What is this? Why is it not ticked? We'll go and see Book. Let's go and see Book. See what he's up to. We might get to speak to some of the other passengers as we walk through now as well. But not those ones. Still can't speak to her. There's Book. See,
So,
he's
my
got
friend,
a button missing off
Have
his
you found
lapel.
our killer?
The one on the
Not
left's
yet,
missing.
but I will tell you what I have learned.
Please.
Our assassin could have gotten on the train at Vinkovsky disguised as a conductor, entered Ratchet's room and killed him. Then he walked out through Madame Hubbard's connecting door, where he lost a button from his jacket. He had to wait for
they're
Monsieur
making
Michel
it pretty
to be
obvious
absent.
that gold
He
button
waited
on the
too
right
long.
of Book's lapel
train
is
had left the
obvious
station.
and there's
He
none
was
on the left.
trapped aboard.
Indeed. He had opened the window to make it look that he'd escaped that way. However, if he waited until the train stopped again due to snow, his footprints would have been found.
The
So he's
murderer
on the
is
train.
still among us.
Yep.
On the train.
There's a problem with the second-class toilets.
What now?
All morning passengers have been complaining that the door is locked, so I went to check. I knocked, but no one answered. I didn't think I should open it without speaking to you first.
You did
Okay,
well, Monsieur
another
Michel.
investigation.
Lead the way.
I used my master key.
But who is she? Is she alive?
She is breathing.
Then if she isn't dead, isn't she our murderer?
That, my friend, is what we must find out.
Oh dear, we've got a new one. The passenger in the restroom. Need to find out who this person is. This is the woman who was watching Ratchet in Istanbul. That's right. And you recognised her. She was the one leaning on the wall. Alright. So. I can't. Zoom in. Ah, there we go. Second class.
Ticket reads Joanna Locke, traveling in compartment 105.
Alright, so it's not the ticket.
Miss, can you hear me? She's breathing. Her pulse is strong. There is no sign of physical violence. This woman is sleeping very soundly.
Right,
This
she's
woman
alive.
is sound asleep. Given her location, I would say she has been drugged and deposited here.
Well, at least it's not another murder on my train.
But then who locked the bathroom door if she was put in there unconscious?
The train is, of course, full.
Monsieur, the list I gave you indicates that Hildegard Schmidt shares her compartment.
I will want to talk to her later. For now, we will concentrate on this mysterious young lady. Let's return her to her more comfortable bed.
Good idea. Pierre, locate this woman's room and fetch the doctor.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we
I
need
will
to go and
question her
question
when she wakes up.
Please, let me know what you learn.
Mademoiselle Locke's compartment is 105. I suggest we return her to her more comfortable bed.
Yes, hopefully she will awaken soon.
that defensive stance from Book there as well. Folded his arms like Poirot's doing right now, but we know Poirot's a thinker, not a stinker. Alright, okay, let's see if we can waken her up. Oh, I'll have a search about her room. What's this? Why can't I get a bloody look at it? Drugs.
A cup of tea with white residue at the bottom.
Alright. I don't see anything else. Can't compartment. Alright, so how am I wakening this one up? Or if I speak to Book? No. Maybe I need to investigate that further. Let me have
A cup of tea. A
No,
cup of tea with
that's all
white
it says.
residue at the bottom.
no marker on anything else on the table. Nothing at the windows. Door doesn't open. There's no marker on that. Nothing on that. Oh. Nosy, Hercule. Oh shit, okay. So we're gonna need a code.
a briefcase, and a wagon-lee conductor's jacket. And the button is missing.
Funnily enough. And that's everything in the case. So where am I getting a code? Where am I getting a code for that case? I don't, oh. See this bloody thing, it's so fiddly. I don't know what the code's going to be. Let me have a look. Can't talk to her yet. See if there's anything else. Nothing else up on the shelves. Right, okay, so we need a code. Where will I get that from? We don't know what her name was. Maybe it's her ticket number. I don't know. Let me have a look. Let's see what it says here. Need to know about the researcher room. I'm sure I'll find something. Maybe I have found things, but not what we need. Nothing under the bed, nothing under the pillows. There's no marker that says we can waken her up. What minute was that? I thought I seen something there. No, it wasn't. Can't waken her up. Wakey, wakey. We can't speak to book. No. That's not a cupboard that we can open. There was nothing written on that mug either, was there? No, it was just the residue on the insides.
A cup of tea with white residue at the bottom.
I'm trying to think if... I'm wondering if the code's... I mean, the code's 6 digits. Her first name's Joanna. No, that wouldn't work. Just try to see if I'm missing anything. Deduce that, okay. Confronted everybody, they're all ticked, they're all ticked. The clues are fine. Sleeping pills. See, all I can do is investigate Joanna Locke, but I can't waken her up. And I can't get into her bag. That one clicked.
No, that's fine. I never remember my passwords, so I make them easy ones. Have you tried 1, 2, 3, 4? We really need to find the combination. Poirot, I'm disappointed in you. I was certain you would have it by now.
So,
Poirot,
if you tried 1, 2, 3, 4, let's try that then. 1.
But of course you know what you're doing. It is booby-trapped, is it? So,
3.
Poirot, any luck so far?
4.
If you need a break, I can ask Jean to make you some coffee.
5.
Have you tried 0000? No, that's mine. I never remember my passwords, so I make them easy ones.
Alright, let me just...
If you need a break, I can ask Jean to make you some coffee. Poirot, what if the briefcase is booby-trapped?
I'm assuming I'm not
So,
to do this
Poirot,
then, okay.
Any luck so far?
Right, I don't...
Poirot,
What?
I'm disappointed in you. I was certain you would have it by now.
Yeah.
Have you
okay,
tried
let's-
1, 2, 3, 4?
Yes, we've tried
Have
that.
you
Let me
tried
just
0000?
see what numbers
But of
are...
course you know what you're doing. It is booby-trapped, is it? We really need to find the combination.
It was already
Have
on
you
000,
tried
wasn't it?
0000? No, that's mine. I never remember my passwords,
Yeah, we'll
so
just
I
try
make
it
them
anyway.
easy ones. If you need a break, I can ask Jean to make you some coffee.
I know, why doesn't he
But
let
of
me
course you know what you're
concentrate?
doing.
It's weird.
It is booby-trapped,
There's
is
something
it?
wrong.
Poirot,
Let me
what
check
if
this
the
case
briefcase
again.
is
I don't think I'm
booby-trapped?
missing anything out of here.
We really need to find
That's
the
just showing me
combination.
the uniform.
So, Poirot, any luck so far?
Right, so
Have you
let me
tried
see
1,
what this
2,
says.
3, 4? Poirot,
Try to see if
I'm
there's anything
disappointed
with
in you.
numbers on it that could
I
be the
was certain
combination.
you would have it by now. If you need a break, I can ask...
Book. Silent like a mouse, please.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'll be quiet now. You need to concentrate. I will not utter another word. Not one.
Good, I might be able to
There
hear
will
the
be
thing bloody
another
clicking.
murder on the Orient Express in a moment.
Right, now let me try and see if I can hear it. Right. There. 8. Six. 2. There we go. Okay. Lots to look at here. We've got a gun.
She has a gun.
Come, Poirot. Criminals are often known to carry one.
Ratchet was stabbed, not shot.
But then why take it on the train?
Driver's license. Joanna Locke, Lincoln Main Street apartment, Berkshire. Okay. Excuse me. Choked myself to death.
Her driver's license confirms her identity. She is American.
These are fake IDs. It's certain.
Right. Is that not the picture of the cat from the hotel?
The stuffed animal is the same as in the
Yeah.
photo found at the
Oh,
crime
the one
scene.
at the crime
What
scene.
a
Yeah.
coincidence.
Mademoiselle Locke appears to have been investigating Monsieur Ratchet.
Or could be a long lost daughter. Alright, room 203. That's the 2 workers.
Mademoiselle Locke seems very interested in our victim.
Of course. She has studied her target.
Possibly.
Well, there you go. She's a copper.
This badge says that Joanna Locke is an American detective with the Berkshire Police Department in Massachusetts.
An American police officer? Oh. Look, she's waking up.
Thanks to you, I would not be surprised if our murder victim were also waking up.
What?
Oh, my head. What's all the yelling about?
Who are you? Give me a good reason why you should not be in handcuffs.
I can give you a reason, Book. Whose handcuffs will we use? I have none. Do you?
Well, I...
You are Joanna
I still
Locke,
think we're going to
mademoiselle?
find out that
Yes,
Book's the killer. So
Joanna Locke.
it's obvious that he's got a
I'm,
missing button on that uniform.
I'm a detective. Berkshire, Massachusetts Police.
I have found your credentials, mademoiselle.
And I know who you are, Mr. Poirot.
Then, if the introductions are complete, perhaps the explanations may begin.
I'll try. It's simple, really. I'm on the trail of a murderer.
Funnily enough. Ooh, a trophy.
I had just been promoted to detective after 5 years on patrol. It was my first time on a major case. It had been a month since Daisy Armstrong was kidnapped. The Armstrongs were desperate for some sign of hope. I was there only for paperwork, to fill in some blanks.
Daisy, was that not the name on the back of something? Was it the picture of the cat on the back had for Daisy or something written on it? So what have I to do here? Look around. Right.
A topographical map, often more important than a road map in these mountains.
The Daisy Armstrong case. So that's the little
The
girl.
investigation is now part of a pile of investigations, and my captain sent me here just to dot some I's and cross some T's. The crime was audacious. How could the kidnapper know which was the window of Daisy's room? No, they could use a ladder to reach it, and no, they could enter the room without being seen.
That's a good point. An inside job, maybe?
The misspellings are clearly on purpose, and they didn't return the child when the ransom was paid.
Okay.
How could the child be taken with so many people in the house?
So yeah, there were many people, some of them total strangers, all very busy, and the nanny screamed, wife, yeah, okay.
I can't imagine the pain her parents felt when they realized Daisy was gone. How are they going to feel when they realize I have no answers for them? Only more questions.
That would finish that.
That's why I'm here. A damn computer glitch. Or somebody pushed delete instead of save. Whatever happened, we lost the nanny's deposition. So my entire contribution to the investigation is to take it again. The phone record of the night of the kidnapping. The last call was for 911.
Yeah, and it was John Armstrong that phoned it. Okay. Alright, so that's us got a new character. Nothing else to interact with. Right, mind map. Alright. Computer error, it's incomplete. Okay, that's good, that's... Hey, we're good. Just wondering if it's wanting me to go somewhere else. Well, let me just have another quick look in here in case there was something that we did miss. Right, we've definitely looked at that, we've looked at that. Nothing. Right, okay. Right, what we're looking around for. Just investigating everything. Toys. I'm checking the garden first before I go near the house. Right, so we've got toys. I'm not seeing anything. I can't get on the grass. So, no clues. Let's have a Oh, look, it says I can walk on the concrete. Let's have a look for footprints and things like that anywhere. There's somebody in the house. Let's see if I need to go and speak to them first. Right, so this is
Good
John
evening.
Armstrong.
Colonel Armstrong?
Yes. You're the detective they phoned about.
Joanna Locke.
I don't remember you.
I'm newly assigned to the case.
It's about time more detectives were involved. My wife, Sonia, she hasn't been
What's that?
herself. Every day is a waking nightmare for us. Tell me you've uncovered something new.
I'm here to speak to your daughter's nanny. There was a computer problem. Her earlier statement has been lost.
Oh, I see. We had hoped. Well, do as you wish. I won't be far if you need me.
Right, so where's the nanny? Where would the nanny be? Upstairs? And why wouldn't he ask the nanny to come down here and speak to us instead of us having to go looking for her? So I'm just off screen, guys, because I'm vaping. I don't like doing it on screen.
Mrs. Armstrong, my name is Joanna Locke. I'm a detective investigating the kidnapping of your daughter. May I talk to you? When is your baby due? Mrs. Armstrong? Sonia?
She's in shock.
I don't want to talk. I just want to see my daughter again. That's
No doubt.
all that matters.
Poor woman. I can't imagine how she feels.
What's that saying? The missing daughter. Selects an element in the file which can comfort Mrs. Armstrong.
Nothing shocks me here.
Victim was taking some time. Discovered the child's disappearance.
Everything looks okay here.
Shoes to move. The window's usually locked. I don't know.
Nothing shocks me here. Everything looks okay here.
I don't know what I'm meant to
Nothing
be.
shocks me here. Everything looks okay here. Nothing shocks me here.
Right, so what was the point in looking in that if I was to find something? I have to find a photo of Daisy in the case file. Okay, we've found it.
Hey, I'm a pretty good detective after all.
Is that it? Okay.
Mrs. Armstrong? Let me show you this.
Daisy, my little Daisy. I miss her so much. How good it is to see her face.
I can't imagine the pain you're feeling right now.
She loved her little stuffed animal, Fluffy. She took him everywhere with her. The kidnappers took it as well. They didn't have to. That means they wouldn't hurt her, doesn't it?
Every lead will be followed
Right,
up.
so it's obviously
You have
somebody
my
that
word on
knows
that.
the child.
Thank you. I shouldn't
If they knew
lose
to
hope.
take the toy with them.
Somehow.
I know it isn't my case, but I just made a promise, and I mean to keep it.
Do you know where I can find Miss Moreau?
She's in her room. Last door on the left.
May I come back? If I have more questions?
Of course. Anything I can do.
Alright. Last door on the left. That's not opening. Am I the wrong way for the left? Oh, right, okay, there's loads of doors. It's got to be this one that's a slightly different colour. Alright, got a nice picture up here.
Lyon, in France. What a lovely
Yeah, I'm
looking
just
city.
having a nosy.
toy train. Now here I am on a real one.
Alright. Oh, she's got a cat
Hello,
as well.
are you Suzanne Moreau, Daisy's nanny?
Yes?
I'm Joanna Locke, a detective working on Daisy's case.
Is there any news?
I'm afraid not.
How can I help you?
I'm really sorry. I'm afraid I have to take your statement again concerning the evening of Daisy's disappearance. There was a computer problem. Your statement was accidentally deleted.
Of course. I want to help any way I can.
Tell me about that night in your own words.
The Armstrongs had a party. To raise money for a museum, I think. Mrs. Armstrong is on their board. I was in charge of Daisy. I stayed with the little one all evening.
Okay.
Playing with her and reading books to her. She couldn't sleep with all the noise and the comings and goings.
When did you notice Daisy was missing?
I was only gone 5 minutes to phone my mother. She's in the hospital. When I returned, Daisy wasn't in her bed. I thought she might have gone to look at the party, but then I saw the handsome note on her pillow. I screamed and screamed. I couldn't stop.
Did you notice anything unusual before that?
I was with Daisy all evening. Finally, she fell asleep. I didn't see anyone else or notice anything in particular.
Do you have any idea who did this?
No! I can't see who could have done such a horrible thing. The Armstrongs are such good people. Like my own family.
Thank you for giving me your statement again. I'll get back to you if I have any
Curiouser
questions.
and
I won't be
curiouser.
Okay, I have Suzanne's statement, but her answers need some checking.
Right. Right. The Armstrongs hosted a select one element which does not match Miss Moreau's testimony about her phone call. The Armstrongs hosted a party to raise money for the museum, I think. Mrs. Armstrong's is on their board as usual for events like this. I was in charge with Daisy. Right. Well, she didn't stay with her all evening if she went to use the phone, did she? What I'm inspecting here, though, that is the thing. Last time I saw Daisy was about 10:30. I noticed Suzanne was not around, but Daisy was sleeping peacefully. I stayed with her for 10 minutes or so. I assumed Suzanne would return soon, so I rejoined the party.
Everything looks okay here.
So it wasn't that.
This information does not correspond to what Suzanne told me. Suzanne said she left Daisy alone for 5 minutes, but Mrs. Armstrong says she stayed with Daisy for a while and Suzanne did not return.
Right, okay, that makes
That is
sense.
a great detective job.
The accounts given by the two women diverge regarding the amount of time Miss Rose. Right, so still to find another important piece of information. 5 activities, that's right. Okay, so we've got that. Let's see. Don't have to ask her any more questions right now. We've checked everything out in her room. That's a similar sort of cup. I can't pick it up. Okay, let me go and speak to the mother again just in case it was something to do with that. Just in case we had to ask her any more questions.
Tell me about the night Daisy was taken, especially anything about your daughter and Suzanne Moreau.
Apart from seeing to our guests, I took a moment to check on Suzanne and Daisy in Daisy's room. Suzanne wasn't there, but Daisy was asleep. I sat with her for 10 minutes or so. Suzanne didn't return. while I was there. But there's no reason for her to sit there all night when Daisy is asleep. I went back downstairs.
Okay.
Okay, the stories Sonia and Suzanne tell don't match. I should read.
Check the phone numbers in the file. Alright, she was only gone 5 minutes to phone her mother. She's in the hospital. So that was... Select another element which doesn't match with what Miss Murrow said in her testimony about the phone call. So 5 minutes, phone another. That done Daisy wasn't in her bed. Thought she may have got to look at the party. Alright. So it was about 10:30 she came in, wasn't it? So I don't know if that's the hospital number. And that's a different number down there.
That is not exactly what Suzanne told me earlier. Suzanne was on the phone more than 5 minutes.
Definitely.
The detective gets it right.
I sussed it, guys. Alright. Alright, okay, so now I have to go back and see the nanny, I'm assuming. Let me just confirm with her. Yeah. Okay, let's go back and see the nanny.
If I understand you correctly, you left Daisy when she was not asleep?
The party was very loud. Daisy was
Excuse
too
me.
wound up to sleep. I read her a Motley Mule detective story to try and put her to sleep. Daisy finally fell asleep. Right before Motley Mule solved his case in the book I was reading her. I had to make a quick phone call. No more than 5 minutes. But
Yeah, I'll check it
when I
out
came
after
back,
the stream,
Daisy
Jay.
was gone.
Are you sure you were only gone for 5 minutes?
5, 6, what does it matter? It was very quick.
You say you were only away 5 or 6 minutes, but Mrs. Armstrong says she was alone there more like 10 minutes. And the phone record shows that you stayed on the call for more than 30 minutes, way longer than you said.
My mother is extremely ill. It's difficult for me. I may have lost track of time. When I came back, Daisy had disappeared. It must have been a coincidence.
You have to be precise, Suzanne. A little girl's life is at stake.
Why are you doing this? I didn't do anything wrong. I would never hurt Daisy.
I need to check Suzanne's story. She's panicking. Why now? What is she afraid? I should see if the Armstrongs can confirm what Suzanne told me.
Okay, let me just have a look at this first. Maybe I should speak to the mother again first before I try that. Ah, shit. How am I meant to know that? Right. There's the phone records. So would that be... Which one would it be? I'm assuming that wasn't the number then. Since we're not getting an answer. Okay. So we know it's not that one. Right, let me go and see the mother first and verify her story. And then I'll check the mind map, do all of that. Maybe. So getting the triangle thing up in the corner to remind me.
I spoke with Suzanne. She was phoning her mother. That's why you didn't see her when you went to check on Daisy.
Yes, her mother. I tried to call the poor woman earlier that week, but the hospital said she's been in a medically induced coma for more than 2 months.
Suzanne told me she called her mother, but she would have known her mother was in a coma.
Oh, curiouser and curiouser. Can't start a workshop while you're doing another activity. Check the number that Miss Moreau called. Right, okay. Let's do this. Where was the... Do this, right. So how's... I've got a feeling the killer, or sorry, the kidnapper. Right, okay. So trying. Just curious now. I don't really want to get into it too much.
I should see if the Armstrongs can confirm what Suzanne told me.
Right, let me see what Mr. Armstrong's saying to it if he's still downstairs.
How are you doing? Are you holding up?
You know, in the military, you're supposed to have the stiffest of upper lips. The Desert War taught me that soon enough. But this, it's difficult. Damned difficult. Harder on my good lady, of course.
Do you know where I can find Miss Moreau?
Her room is upstairs across the hall from...
Yeah. We should ask him this
Daisy's.
before we went up there, you know.
She seldom leaves it.
Did you see Miss Moreau during the party?
I remember seeing her at some point, but otherwise, no. I was too busy with my guests. Wear the smile, shake the proffered hand.
Ms. Moreau told me she called her mother.
Well, why not? I believe they are very close, and the poor woman is not well. She needs some experimental treatment that isn't available yet in France.
I won't be long.
Take whatever time you need.
Right. Okay. So who is she phoning then? That is the big question. Ah, shit, hang on. Oh, fucking hell. How did I get... Alright, so the number that she phoned at that time was... Oh. Was the 21:40 from 10 past till... From 11 minutes past 10 to 10:45, 21:40. Alright, 21:40.
That's it. No rookie mistake there.
The number you have called is not in service at this time. Please hang up and dial again, or contact your service provider.
The number Suzanne called is not in service? A hospital?
Okay, can he confirm anything?
I won't be long.
Take whatever time you need.
Alright, so let's confront the nanny again, just to see what she says about that. Was it this side, wasn't it, for the nanny?
The number you called that night is no longer in service.
I don't understand. That's the number the hospital gave me to call my mother's room.
You told me you were on the phone with your mother when Daisy was abducted.
As we said earlier, I didn't pay attention and was on the phone longer than I said. But since my mother is very ill, she had to leave her hometown, Lyon, because the treatment is not approved yet in France. She is in an hospital in Boston for a special treatment. I call her every night to check on her. When I came back, Daisy was gone. I'll never forgive myself.
Okay, confrontation time. I didn't pay attention, I was on the phone longer than I said. My mother is very ill, she's in the hospital for Boston for special treatment. Call her every night to check on her. When I came back, Daisy was gone, I'll never forgive myself. I think that one.
I don't see anything that proves she's lying.
Okay, maybe not.
Come on, Joanna. You can do better.
Alright, okay, we'll just flick through them all till we get the right one.
Mother?
Yes. Every night since she was admitted in December.
Your mother had to leave a country renowned for its social security, where healthcare is affordable, and go to Boston for expensive, specialized treatment. I imagine that the cost of her care must be high. Did you think that your share of the ransom would pay for your mother's care?
How can you think that I would allow Daisy to be kidnapped for money? She's like my daughter. I could never imagine such a thing.
Her reaction seemed sincere, but I needed to see how she'd react. Suzanne, I checked. The number you say is a hospital appears to be disconnected. That's pretty strange, don't you think?
It's always worked in the past.
The area code for Boston is 617. This was 413. That's our local area code. She's obviously lying, but why? She seems to really care about Daisy.
Yeah.
Suzanne, I think you really care for Daisy. If you do, then tell me the truth. You can't have been calling your mother while she's in a coma.
My mom really is in a hospital in Boston. She really is in a coma. I wasn't calling her. I was on the phone with my boyfriend, Noah.
Why lie about it? Why are you panicking?
Because he's gone. I haven't heard from him since the night of the kidnapping. I'm afraid he's somehow connected to Daisy's disappearance.
Oh, that makes sense now.
He was just using me somehow. But I swear I talked to him. Yes, for more like 30 minutes that night. So he couldn't have kidnapped Daisy at the same time we were talking.
But he could have kept you talking so someone else could take Daisy.
Yes, you can see why I lied. Can't you? I was afraid you'd suspect me of having something to do with it.
Yeah.
You can understand that, can't you?
Suzanne, I want to believe you, but you've made it harder to find Daisy. Do you realize that?
Oh my god. What have I done?
What's most important is not what you've done, but what you do now. Go. I'll be back to talk to you. No more lies, Suzanne. For Daisy, no more lies.
Okay, so let's...
Noah. The name
Hey, Sam,
might
welcome
lead us
in.
to that little girl. I am on this case now, whether my captain wants me to be or not.
Let's have a little look around here before we have a... Gosh, really? You want me to check all these books? It's just a cookbook. I'm gonna have a look at this before I have a check through all of that. Alright. So I need to search all these 2 objects to inspect, okay? Alright, so which 2 objects does it want me to inspect? Let's check the drawer. Victor Hugo's Les Miserables. Set in Paris. Paris, isn't it, in the Great Depression?
What's in the glass case? Oh, big surprise. Glasses.
Let's have a little look at Les Miserables.
Huh. Huh.
Is that it? Okay. Unless there's something written on the back. No, okay, so nothing to do with that. Hankies. Nothing
I
exciting.
expect Suzanne must have gone through a lot of tissues these past weeks. An Eiffel Tower keychain, but no key.
Curious.
Small jewelry box. By the size, I'm guessing earrings.
Guessing earrings. There was a thing, but where is it? Oh, there it is. I see a ring.
Why put a key in a jewelry box?
And there is a ring in there. Information about Miss Moreau's boyfriend. Search the room. We've got one of two objects. Alright. Okay. I've got a feeling that key looks as though it might have something to do with another jewellery box.
A toy train.
The train.
Now here I am on a real one.
And we know that she's from Paris. Let's check the rest of these books. English to French. Okay. Honda de Salle. Of the 5. Something fundamentals of something or other. I don't remember much of my high school French. Romeo and Juliet. Okay. Can't open it. That's the Motley Mule detective book that she was reading. The girl when she vanished. We can't open it or anything. Well, I mean, she could have said that. Aha, a diary. There we go.
That doesn't work.
Maybe it's just the way I'm doing it. Right, so that key doesn't work in that diary. Is that what they're saying? Try again. It could have been the way I was turning it.
That doesn't work.
That way? No. No. That doesn't work at all. Okay. It does look as though it should work. I just don't understand why it's not. Le Rouge. Noir. Princess of Cleves. That'll be Anne of Cleves and Henry VIII. Yeah, I tried the other way, but it doesn't seem to want to do anything. So I'm trying to turn it that way and it doesn't want to do anything. It can only go that way.
That doesn't work.
And it's not doing anything at all. Right, so we know it's none of the books.
A card from the florist. It's signed N.
The other end of what? The other end of that. What do you mean the other end? There is only the one lock on it. I'll try it that way. Ah, okay. Ah, it's turning slowly but surely.
Let's see what you haven't told me.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I never thought to turn the key. Alright, day at the park with Noah. I can tell he's opening up more and more with me. I chatted on and on about my job. Told him how much I liked the Armstrongs, especially Daisy. I really feel like he's invested in our relationship. That kind of man is so rare these days. Valentine's Day. Noah and I went to the Blue Lagoon, our favourite restaurant, for lunch. It was wonderful at first, but then something happened. Noah received a text message. I don't know what it was, but he said we had to leave. He wouldn't say anything else. Instead, we went away somewhere in the mountains. Finally, we arrived at a cabin in the middle of nowhere. He told me to stay in the car. Not very romantic for Valentine's Day. Noah gave me flowers. He is usually very attentive. But despite everything, I felt he was more distant today. I hope he is well. I would like to be more present for him, but I don't want to interfere in his private life. I'm assuming... This is the last page anyway. It's been a while since I wrote in this diary. I didn't have the strength, and I think this is the last time I will write in it. My dear Daisy was kidnapped, and I haven't heard from Noah since that day. It was the night Daisy was taken. He talked and talked. I left Daisy too long, and now she's gone. I thought he loved me, but he just never called again or anything. He hasn't replied to my messages since the night, Daisy. I'm lost. It's my fault Daisy is gone. I didn't watch over her.
I can see why Suzanne didn't tell me everything about this, Noah. It's clear when he disappeared that she realized something was very wrong.
So, let's go find the nanny and have another little talk with her. Is she downstairs with? Yeah. I'm saying nothing to that.
I imagine these flowers must have been beautiful. Who gave them to you?
The gardener. They're getting pretty wilted, but I hate to throw them away.
Tell me about your boyfriend. Have you been together long?
My boyfriend? Why? He doesn't have anything to do with this.
Please, Suzanne, the sooner you answer my question, the sooner we'll be done.
His name is Noah Garrity. I met him at a Lunar New Year party in Great Barrington. He is a kind and caring person. Although, well, I miss him. He had to go away on business. He should be back.
Well, she never mentioned any of that, did she? I still need more information. Alright, what else can we do? Right, okay, so there's nothing else in the diary. We've opened a logbook. We still need to find more about him. We still don't know the number she called. We've learned about the mother. We know she's in a coma. We know that she lied about her boyfriend. Okay. So what else is there still to do? Can't confront her anymore.
Sympathy and support for the Armstrong family during this difficult time. Thoughtful, but never enough.
There's Daisy.
What a dear child.
Can't get through any of the other doors. That's unusual, okay. Another mustache.
Shiny facial hair. The good news is that it's gold.
Alright.
Know anything about Miss Moreau's boyfriend?
Her boyfriend? I know she went out with someone for a while there. More recently, I saw a man in
I
a
will
4x4
arrest her
who would pick
eventually.
her
I
up
need
on
to
her
figure
nights
everything
off.
out before I
He
can
never
get to
got out
that
of his
part.
car,
So.
just waited for her. She did seem to spend more time than usual on the phone these past few weeks, but she worked hard. We weren't going to begrudge her what free time she had. Since the abduction, she keeps pretty much to herself.
Okay. Look through the file for something about a 4x4. Can't do the workshop while I'm in another activity. Okay.
I won't be long.
Take whatever time you need.
Their fairy tale became a nightmare.
Nothing else on there, right? Okay. See what she says now. Nothing. Okay, let's go speak to Mama Dearest again. Before we do the mind map thing, I just want to make sure we've got all the facts and I don't miss anything.
Can you tell me anything about Suzanne's boyfriend?
I know she dated our chauffeur for a while. There was someone else she'd met recently, but I don't recall his name.
Is that it? Alright. Can I still not do that? Okay. It's maybe because I was in that bit. Let me get out here and I'll do it. Right. Okay, so what is this? That's the nanny on the phone. So while the nanny's on the phone, we're guessing that no, I don't think he would have. Maybe he did. Alright, one. Or maybe, wait a minute, she'll be asleep first. Then she went to use the phone. He'll have went up the ladder. Or did he just... Right, hang on. While the party's going on, that's what that is. He's seen the party going on. Then maybe he's been up, found the ladder, and then kidnapped Daisy. Yeah?
No, Joanna. That doesn't track.
Alright. What am I doing wrong here then? We'll reveal some hints. We've not used any hints yet this time. Alright. The window only opens from the inside. It's impossible to walk out through all those people with a child in your arms. The kidnapper places a ladder under the window to Daisy's room, then joins the party. Miss Moreau leaves the room to make a phone call while she's gone. The kidnapper... Right, okay, let's try that then. So... Yeah?
No, I did something wrong.
Maybe it's these ones are the wrong way around then.
No, this isn't it. Think!
How... I don't get how this is working right. Would you have put the ladder at the start then?
Come on, Joanna. That's a rookie mistake.
I'm not getting this. Okay. Right. So baby's sleeping. Nanny goes to phone boyfriend. places the ladder at the window, goes and joins the party. No, that can't be right. He joins the party after he's put the ladder up. Then he sneaks up and carries her down. Oh, the baby's sleeping. Right, okay. I've got you. Right. I thought the baby was just sleeping. Right, so... that makes more sense then, doesn't it?
That is a great detective job. The kidnapper places a ladder under the window to Daisy's room. Then he joins the party. Just one guest in the crowd. He somehow knows when Suzanne leaves the room, then sneaks upstairs. He opens Daisy's window, carries her down the ladder, and vanishes.
Okay. So what now? So we've reconstructed the facts. Look through the file for something about a 4 before. There we go, some down here.
These tire tracks could well be from Suzanne's boyfriend's 4x4. That's it. No rookie mistake there.
Right, so now we've got to confront her. Okay. Alright. So back. Oh, she's downstairs now, isn't she? Or did she go back up the stairs? Let's see. Where the hell has she gone? She's made a run for it, isn't she? She's going to be on the bloody Orient Express. Let me check the room. No, she's not in here. Oh, she is still downstairs. She's right over beside the flowers.
Tread marks of a four-wheel drive vehicle were found outside the garden on the night of the kidnapping. Noah drives one, doesn't he? Where is he, Suzanne? If you know anything more about him, you have to tell me.
I know what you're thinking, but it's impossible. He was very nice to me. He never did anything to make me suspicious. We went out to eat, to the movies. Just like a normal couple. He's not drives that kind of car.
You really didn't notice anything strange about Noah until he vanished?
He could get moody at times, as if he had a lot on his mind.
Shit. Oh, what did her diary say? It was the Blue Lagoon, wasn't it? The restaurant? Or was it the movies?
You mentioned the Blue Lagoon. Why?
I don't know. I never thought about it. I guess he liked the place.
That makes sense. In your diary, you say that Noah took you to a cabin in the mountains on Valentine's Day.
You read my diary?
I'm sorry, but we have to find Daisy. We both want that. So yes, I looked in your diary.
You're right. He took me to a cabin in the woods. I waited for him in the car. He came out after a few minutes. He was very sweet and apologetic, but he never explained. We went back to the restaurant for dessert.
Did you ever go back to the cabin with him?
No, never.
So what made Noah drive all the way to a cabin in the middle of nowhere? He left her in the car. Why was he there? This is important. I know it is. I can use Suzanne's directions to the cabin and compare them to the map of the area I have in my car.
Right. And I think what I'm going to do is let's just see if we can do this first. what did Miss Monroe tell me about the ride to the cabin? They crossed 2 bridges, some thick woods, then they passed a cornfield on the left and entered a heavily wooded area. Yeah, ready to suss that. Alright, so let's... I can't speak to her. I want to speak to the dad and the mum again before I go back to her room and check the... Right,
I won't be long.
Take whatever time you need.
So where was the map? It was... Would it be in her room? Or have I got the map already? I don't know. Right, let's check her room first, see if there is a map. In the car. Honestly, Scott, thank goodness you're here. I do not have a clue what to do. I don't know what side of the car to bloody get in. Is it this side? Yeah. Was it on the file or... Oh, there's the map. You really are.
Thanks to the information Suzanne gave me, I should be able to find the cabin on this map.
Right, so let me just zoom out a bit. So it's this town. So we left town and crossed 2 bridges. Alright. That could be a bridge. And then coming down this road to that bridge. I don't know, is this the woods? Rural area. Forestry and parks, the darker colours. Is that what that's saying? Can I zoom in? Right, so the forestry and parks, the darker green. Rural areas, that'll be the field. Alright, and then, okay. Alright. Some thick woods. Right, so yeah, a bridge, another bridge, some thick woods. Cornfield's not on the left though, is it? And then finally we stopped outside the cabin. Right, okay, let's try. There's another bridge. There's a bridge. There's a bridge. Woods. Field on the left. So could one of these be the cab?
That doesn't really match.
No? I'm assuming this is the town anyway that we were at, because this is where it opened up. So where's the nearest bridges? The nearest bridges are there. Cornfields on the left. North out of town. And then this one to the right. So this bridge, who's that bridge? Here?
I got it. The cabin has to be here.
Ah,
I
well
have to
spotted,
find
Simon.
that cabin. I hope I'm not too late.
Thank goodness for you guys, honestly. If we're going, I think we're going back to the train now, are we? No, we're at the cabin. Right, I don't really want to start doing this tonight, guys. It's getting late. Funnily enough, it's 10 o'clock and it's 10 o'clock in the game.
Here's this famous cabin.
Right, I'm going to save the game here for tonight because let's say it's 10 o'clock now. I'm actually surprised how far we've managed to get tonight. It helped doing that mind map thing. Right, so that is saved. I'm just going to save it again just to make sure that I'm not in it. A very good progress, Simon. I'm surprised how far we got. So, thanks again, guys. I really appreciate you all being here and helping me out. And what can I say? It's been a busy day as far as streaming's going with you guys. Thanks to Flash Dagger's raid earlier on. That was amazing. And being able to get past that bit I was stuck on in the game here. I'm really pleased with my progress today with both games actually, and with YouTube in general. So if you haven't already, please think about subscribing. I would really appreciate it. We're on the road to 500 subs now. So if you haven't already, hit the notification bell as well. You'll know when I'm streaming a game next. And if possible, share the streams out on your social media, and maybe some of your friends might be interested in watching as well. Anyway, good night, guys. Sweet dreams. Bye.